Alright, time now is 11:37 a.m. on January 7th. Yeah, I slept from 3:15 to 11:15. I woke up naturally at 11:15, and of course the alarm rang at 11:30. Um and yeah, last night I have four things to say. Last night before I went to bed, quite a few things had happened, and it was quite interesting, and it has nothing to do with Pepper. If you think it's about Pepper, it's not. So, first of all, I got into Film 33. Yeah, I got into Film 33. I was scrolling through Instagram, I got bored, and I just didn't know what to do, and, I was just, holding my phone, scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly my phone buzzed. I got an email saying open seat alert, Film 33. And I'm like, what? So I immediately went to my laptop, and it was already opened. I was using my laptop, So I just went to my school website, and then I immediately swapped the codes. I swapped DM Post 3 with Film 33, and boom, it worked. It fucking worked. Holy shit. People have no idea how insane this is, because, first of all, Film 33, the fact that someone in Film 33 dropped out is insane. Nobody drops out from Film 33 because it's such a damn good class and such a damn important class. People usually never drop out, so something crazy must have happened, and that made that person drop out. Another thing is, there are like 50 people on the wait list. The fact that I got in out of the other like 49 or something is insane. I'm so lucky. In US time, it would have been 8:56 a.m. in the morning. And at that point it was like nearly it was like 12:56 after midnight for me, right? And the thing is, usually I don't wake up this early in the USA, if it was me, I would probably just sleep off and whatever, and just wake up naturally. And if I had done that in the USA, I would have missed the email, and somebody else would have gotten in instead of me. But because I'm here and it's 1 a.m. and it's computer time, I got the email and I got in, and it's crazy. Now, admittedly, it's not going to make a huge difference, because if I crash the class on the first day and the professor also lets me in, it's totally fine. It can work like that, yes. Or maybe it won't work like that. Like, what if too many people crash the class on the first day, and the professor's like, some of you has got to go. Some of you will not be able to take the class, and that's okay. But either way, I've secured a spot on the list, on the Film 33, and I am a beast. I'm amazing. So there's that. Now, aside from that, I also swapped one of my counseling classes. So originally, I had a filler class, because Film 33, the class itself and the lab is 5 units. And I have to have at least 12 units in order to be okay with the semester. And the thing is, okay, so before yesterday, right? It's 3 units of photography 1, 2 units of photography 2, and then 3 units of political science, and then 3 units of DM Post 3, and 1 unit of counseling 12. So altogether exactly 12. Now, if I do get into Film 33, then I could remove the counseling 12 and remove the DM Post 3, and it's going to be 13 units in total, which is good. It works out. My plan works. But the thing is, for some reason, Film 33 lab is cancelled. And that lab's worth 2 units. Which means that originally, if I had swapped DM Post 3 with Film 33 and then cancel Counseling 12, like drop Counseling 12, I would have 13 units. And that's good, because that's more than 12. But now that Film 33 lab is cancelled, my total is 11 units, which is bad, because that's lower than 12. Which means that I will not drop Counseling 12. And so I'm taking that seriously now. Okay. Originally, my Counseling 12, which is a filler class, I don't even need to take it. I don't want to take it. I'm taking it just to fulfill the units. It's Friday morning, 8:45 a.m. Hell fucking no, I'm not doing that. So I swapped that to Monday, 3 p.m. And it's online, it's over Zoom. So, it's great. So there's that. Okay. Another thing is, I think yesterday morning, the Italian professor sent all of us an email saying that there's a shooting opportunity in February, and there's an independent studies class that he's going to open in January, literally right now, and he asked us if we're interested. Please contact him, email him, whatever. Honestly, I don't care about the shoot. It would be nice if I could join in, but I'm not even in LA in January. I'm here in Hong Kong. But I want to grab his attention anyway, so I replied to that email saying, oh, I'm not going to be in LA, but, can I still join the shoot in February? Also, have you seen my other emails about my letter of recommendation? That's the main point. So hopefully he responds. Another thing is, the film history professor responded to my email a couple days ago, but I didn't really respond because I know he's going to say no. Because I saw that he's going to say no, but I didn't read the whole email. I just saw the notification and saw some of the contents of that email, and I saw that he said, yeah, I normally don't write letters of recommendation to students who had only taken one of my class. But then last night I read the whole email, and apparently at the end of the email he said, if you're feeling stuck because you don't have a letter, we can talk about it. And I don't know, what does that mean? Does that mean he can make this an exception? What? Or does this mean he knows another way? But so I responded to him last night and said in the most vague, roundabout way possible, if it is preferred that, if it is not preferred that you write me a letter of recommendation, could you give me some advice? It would be nice if you give me some advice. That's such a roundabout way of saying, like, okay, if you don't write me a letter, then, what's up, what are some other options, So yeah. And then right before I sleep, right before I went to bed, I found out that Aoba Ichiko, my favorite Japanese singer, is going to play live in LA again in March. And on StubHub it's like $60 or something. But of course the actual official price is $30. Only $30. Aoba Ichiko, one of the greatest singers of all times. Only $30, which is like 230 something Hong Kong dollars. Should I do it? The thing is, I don't know any other Aoba Ichiko fan in LA. So if I go, I'm just gonna be alone. Oh, actually, I know Ella, the white girl, but she's always busy shooting something, She's a child actress. Well, she's a teenager now. But, yeah. Ooh, only $30. If I want to buy it, I need to buy it ASAP. Otherwise, it's gonna be sold out really fast. So, and also my Death Grips ticket, that guy wouldn't accept it. So I thought I had sold my ticket to that person, and after that person wants to buy it, I have to transfer that ticket to that person, and that person has to accept it, and then I will receive the money. But that person never accepted it, so I think I'll have to stick with this $80 Death Grips Conundrum. But yeah, only $30 for Owl Bicycle. I really want to go. And it's a Monday, and it's Monday night. And Monday I got counseling 12, but I could just skip that class because it's just Zoom anyways, and it's just one unit anyways. I don't care. So it's all good. So yeah, that's that. That's last night. I think something else also happened last night, but I just forgot. But yeah, anyways, there's that. I checked the UCLA requirements. So I spoke with Thomas, DM Thomas, a couple days ago, and Thomas said, you should check. Maybe UCLA would give you a grace period when it comes to a letter of recommendation. Turns out they don't, so I'm fucked. But yeah, that's essentially last night. So today, what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do too much. I have an anime list to do, and of course I'm gonna focus on my uni app stuff, my short film stuff. I am going to go out and watch a movie at 2 p.m. So I gotta hurry. So that's that. Oh, I remember what to say. Last night, one of my subscribers commented on my weed video where I filmed myself taking weed for the first time. And that commenter has some basic knowledge about how weed actually works. Weed contains CBD and THC. CBD is the less harmful chemical where it basically chills you out, it relaxes your muscles, whatever. THC is the one that makes you high. THC is the one where you start seeing things and you feel paranoia, whatever. And based on my experience, the fact that I felt nothing after taking that, he said maybe that thing is more high in content of CBD than THC, which really fucking makes sense. And he told me to do some research before I take drugs. That's true. Research is a fantastic idea. But the thing is, the fact that I didn't do any research makes this more fun. And I think fun is part of the experience. Okay, but anyways, I went to the internet and I tried to check. So I don't really know. I don't even know what brand of weed that is. Like what brand of edible weed that is. So I just checked weed gummy contents or whatever. And then I scroll through images and I recognize that brand. It's called Camino. And then it's the Camino 5 milligram watermelon gummy. And then I checked, and I think it's like 6:2, or like 5:2 ratio between CBD and THC. So that's a little THC. It's just tiny, tiny bit, not enough to trigger my neurotransmitter or something. So that's probably why. But yeah, I would like to really know what THC feels like, because all I've experienced is relaxed muscles, and that's it. Really fucking underwhelming. After my talk with Natalie yesterday, it really does feel like vaping and taking weed is kind of a social pressure thing. Like I've been peer pressured to do it. As much as partially I think it is peer pressure, but partially it's also my personality of, what, fuck it. I want to live a life, It's the evil side of me speaking. But I think, to a degree, it's still peer pressure, because imagine, if I and Pepper never speak to each other again, will I try weed again? Maybe. Maybe if Cliff gives me weed, maybe I'll try it. But I wouldn't be as willing as if Pepper does it. If a nice Hong Kong girl who's close to me gives me weed and tells me to eat it, that's gotta be a lot more convincing than whatever random, if white girls does that to me, or someone else, So, it's partially, I wouldn't say peer pressure, more like the art of the persuasion, that is a huge factor, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, time now is 10:28 a.m. on January 8th. So yeah, I slept from 4:50 a.m. to 10:15. I am dead in the inside right now. And I can't wait to go back to bed tonight. But yeah, I don't know, fuck. All in the name of film and art, okay? All in the name of film. So yeah, I realized that I only have 4 days left for the UCLA Film School application, and it's kind of a fucked up situation because I haven't received any emails response from the Italian professor, from the Film 2 professor, or from the UCLA admissions office themselves. I haven't received any emails from them. There's a chance that I may not even have the letter of recommendation. Like, the Italian professor may not even fucking write me a letter of recommendation because he's not reading my fucking emails. So, I don't know, if I was in LA right now, I could just, find him on the main campus or some shit like that. But the thing is, I can't because I'm in Hong Kong, so I don't know. And not only that, but also I need to do the film treatment thing and a critical essay, which is respectively 5 pages and 3 pages. And I realize perhaps 4 days is not enough for that. So I am kind of fucked. And the thing is, I shouldn't even be doing this. I shouldn't even be a deadline fighter. Oh my god. I've always wanted to, hand in the application as early as possible, like maybe at least a week earlier before the actual deadline. But right now I got 4 days left. So, yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know what to do, what's going on. I don't know how's Pepper doing. Is Pepper handling this all fine by herself? Like, I'm barely handling it myself, okay? I wonder how's Pepper doing. The thing with the treatment is that I don't know what to write about. It's 5 pages, and at first I thought, okay, you know what, I'll just write a treatment for a short film. But it's a 5-page treatment, It's huge. I want to write, should I write something big, like a feature film? And then now I need to think of a plot for a feature film. I have feature film ideas, but A, they're too good. B, they're not developed at all. So I have no idea what to do. The critical essay should be a little easier. I've already chosen the film I want to do a critical essay on, and that's Yi. But like, oh my god, 4 days, 4 fucking days. I have no idea what to do. I might as well panic. And I'm gonna text Christian's friend. Hopefully he responds. And I'm gonna ask him about what the hell should I do with these. Yeah. But yeah, there's a chance I may not be able to get a letter of rec at all completely, and it's going to be an insanely fucked up situation. But yeah, here I am. Alright. Let's hope a miracle happens and I somehow thread the needle. Yesterday I spent a little time having a phone call, Discord chat with the guy who interviewed me, and he was like, man, you gotta buy the Alba Ichigo tickets. So I spoke to my mom about it, and my mom's like, go ahead and buy it, it's cheap. So I did it. So on March 27th, I will be going to the Aoba Ichiko concert at the Regent in LA, which is in downtown. And hopefully I meet another Aoba Ichiko fan by then. And by that I mean I want to know another person who also likes Aoba Ichiko. and is going to this concert so that we can both go together and I won't look like an idiot, because this is going to be the first concert in my life where I actually get to choose the concert, you know. The last time I've been to a concert is like, I don't know, it's either my mom's company or my mom's friend. Like, I never actually got to go to a concert because it's an artist I like. So, you know, holy crap. Aoba Ichiko. Fuck. And then Death Grips. Yeah. Speaking of meeting people, Dane, the guy who wanted to direct this horror short film, went to this Glass Onion Knives Out party and saw Rian Johnson, the director, and told him about the short film we did for Film 33. And Rian Johnson said, "Oh, it's a very unique and interesting idea." Okay, wait until he finds out about what happened behind the camera. Yeah, so today I'm waking up super early because I'm going to Causeway Bay to watch The Fabelmans. And yesterday, Miriam asked me when I'm free because Miriam wants to watch Avatar and he wants to find someone else to watch it. Of course, she wouldn't watch it alone because she's not a loser like me. So I said, "Oh well, I'll see my schedule. You know, let's do it after I finish the whole UCLA thing, which is stressing me out. UCLA is my fucking dream school, and now I have 4 days left." She asked me what I'm gonna do today, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna watch a movie too." And she said, "Oh, I'm going to go buy some clothes. Do you want to join?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe." So, yeah, I may actually go out and go to Mongkok and join her. She will be at Mongkok, and yeah, it seems like super far away. In LA, that's like no brainer. I'm not going. But it's Hong Kong. It's just 10 minutes away in MTR, right? And it's cool because I also need to look at clothes because I want to, you know, be more fashionable. But also, there's a manga place in Mongkok, and I would like to check out, you know. So, yeah, that's that. So, hopefully I at least finish, I at least know what movie to do from a film treatment, and I want to have at least finished 1 page of my critical essay, or at least an outline of it. That's more important. An outline of my critical essay, an outline of my freaking film treatment, and maybe begin on it, and then have some updates on the letter of rec thing, and that's pretty much going to be it. I already logged in and accepted, whatever. A couple days ago, I went to accepted.com for the UCLA Film School application, which is a huge relief. Like, not really a huge relief, but it's like, oh, okay, this is it. You know, this is where I apply. Okay. And I'm happy that I'm doing it all by myself. Like, Pepper's probably doing it with the help of the agency, and the agency probably doesn't even know half of what the fuck's going on in this thing. So, I worry for Pepper. I hope Pepper's doing fine, but, you know, she probably won't get it, and I can't do anything about it, you know. Trying on new shoes. Okay, here. I'm here. Right. And okay, so you know,
飲品一放喺度，一放喺度。
你冇睇唔係咁啊！我跟住就係呢一個區零健康同你叫王嗰個。
係啲教練就。
肥仔都有食。即係你住邊先？
西灣河。
西灣河。
Alright, so time now is 9:58 p.m. on January 8th. I don't know why, I don't know what's going on with me, but maybe it's because I just didn't have enough sleep this morning, but I really feel tired. I'm really like, I just cannot do, that's one of the issues, one of the things I worry about, and that is because of my lack of sleep this morning and the fact that I walked around today. Now I just don't have the energy to concentrate and work hard and whatever. I just don't want to do anything really. So I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk about today. So I went to Causeway Bay to Windsor Cinema to watch the movie. I was like late by like 3 minutes. And surprisingly, I thought there would be commercial break, but apparently there weren't. Not commercial break, but commercials before the movie plays. But there probably were, but not a lot. So I got late and I was actually late. You know, usually if I get late to the cinemas, I'm not actually late, you know, but unfortunately I am today. But it's fine. I don't think I missed much. Watched the whole movie. It went by like a breeze, and then it was already like 4:20 p.m. 2:20 p.m. And then Miriam's like, "So are you coming to Walk Street?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then Miriam told me that apparently a friend of hers will be joining too. Is that okay? And I'm like, okay, it's not like I'm gonna say no. So yeah, I took an MTR to Mongkok. This is the first time I went to Kowloon by myself. In this Hong Kong vacation, in this I won't say vacation, in this Hong Kong stay, in this Hong Kong intermission. Because I went to Kowloon, in my mom's friend's place, but that don't count. But yeah, you know, I went to Mongkok Station. I looked at Google Maps and I looked at where Shinhua Center is because I want to go there. And I just stood outside of that building for like a minute, and then boom, Miriam and his friend shows up. And his friend, her friend is a guy who's probably around the same age as me, a little bit shorter, average, wouldn't say skinny, wouldn't say fat, just average. Glasses, looks like a little nerdy, but is actually just the most average regular guy ever. and he studies in CU, and he studies mechanical engineering, which is also very average. And he met Miriam in volunteering work, and when Miriam told me his name, I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh my god, it's him. So 2 years ago, back in 2021, February, when I, Zara, the lion, and Miriam went to Chunwan to adventure, they mentioned him a few times. So finally I got to see the guy. But yeah, at first it's a little awkward. The thing is, I actually would prefer it if I hang out with Miriam alone, just the both of us, because I'm close to Miriam, than whoever the stranger is, obviously. But I also have nothing against that stranger, so it's whatever, you know. And I want to meet a new person, so yeah. Anyways, we started walking. So I didn't talk much today, honestly. I didn't, and maybe it's because I didn't have a lot of sleep this morning, but I was tired throughout the day. I wasn't super tired, but I was a little tired, and I was just like silent for the most part, and I was looking around, looking at the views. It's been a long time since the last time I've been to Mongkok, and particularly this time I go to Mongkok, I have two things I particularly want to do. One is I want to check out the mangas in the Shinhua Center, because apparently you can buy mangas there. Number two is to look at the streets and the signs or whatever, because I want to pick good spots for filming my short film. So yeah, and I think I did those two things today, and it's pretty good. So yeah, we didn't immediately go to Shinhua, so I was a little hungry, just a little bit, because I ate a lot for breakfast, but basically nothing afterwards. And from 11:15 onwards, I didn't eat anything. So Miriam's like, "Yeah, I'm really hungry. Let's go eat something." So that other guy friend, they brought both of us, and we walked around, and we went to a very small mall, a very tight mall, very old. I wouldn't say old school, but very Hong Kong mall where everything's crammed and there's a lot of people. And we just went around and walked around, and we got ourselves a drink, like a milk tea drink, and then afterwards, and that's it. That's the quote unquote lunch, and then we walked around. We just walked on the street. So Miriam wanted to come because she wanted to look at clothes. But at the end, she sort of gave up, and she said, "You know what? Maybe it's better if I come back on another day with my female friends, with my girlfriends, to look at clothes. Maybe it'll be better." So whatever. So we didn't really look at clothes today, but I got to see a lot of cool streets, took a lot of photos. We went to Shinhua Center a little bit later, and it's like a mini Akihabara. Of course, I've been to Akihabara, and this is nothing like Akihabara. This is like going to Universal Studios Hollywood, and then any other Universal Studios around the world just do not match the one in Hollywood. Similarly, I've been to Akihabara, so I go here, and this is still fine, but this is nowhere near as amazing as Akihabara, of course. But still, surprisingly, there are figurines. You can actually buy figurines here in Shinhua Center, which is like a little weeb building, little weeb otaku center. I didn't even know the existence of this place. So I went to the manga place on the second floor, and it's really small, and as expected, there are no JoJo mangas, which are the mangas I want. I really, really want. Surprisingly, there are no JoJos. All the mangas there are basically the ones I see in the Anime Expo. Maybe a little more. Whatever. Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, stuff like that. Demon Slayer, Kaguya-sama, the stuff I see in Anime Expo, they all turn up here. Paripikome, Summertime Render, which is nice, neat, but yeah. So, Miriam doesn't know anything about manga, anime, anything, but there are some cute little dolls from the world of Hello Kitty universe. So, Miriam bought herself one. And I also found actual figurines that I could also find in Akihabara, like the a Subaru sitting down figurine, which is a figurine that I really wanted. It turns out you can buy them for a pretty reasonable price here. It's a little more expensive in Akihabara. No, it's a little more expensive here, but in Akihabara, it's a crane. You know, it's in the Gigo, previously known as Sega building. But yeah, there's that. But there's some cool Monogatari light novels, so if I do have the money, I could just go in and buy. But I don't even read books, so all right. Anyways, we left Shinwa Center and then we just continued walking around. At some point, we ran into like a poster where it's just some nice food, just whatever, and like this waffle covered with cream and this souffle and ice cream, and it looks really good and Instagrammable. So we're like, oh yeah, let's go and eat. So we lined up for about 5 minutes, and then boom, and I got myself a tiramisu flavored waffle with a side of ice cream. It was milk flavored ice cream or something. So yeah, and it's $38 and reasonably so. And yeah, for 38 it's actually pretty fucking expensive, but then again, everything is expensive here. And mind you, 38 Hong Kong dollars, like how much in the US? 38 is like 3, 24, 5, 8, 40. So it's about $4 USD, and that's like very freaking cheap in LA standards. So, you know, whatever. And I think it's pretty good, but I wish I had gotten the creme souffle or something. And then that's it. Yeah, I exchanged a few words with the guy from time to time, and I'm nice about it. And I act so calm and collected the whole day. Like, I'm like, oh, whatever. Yeah, sure. And I try not to be, you know, eccentric, obviously, because he's a stranger. So I talk about my film a little bit. I talk about life in LA a little bit, and you know, that's basically it. Very basic conversation. Oh yeah, I'm looking for JoJo. I'm looking for manga. No, he asked me what I'm looking for, and he's like, no, I don't think there will be any here. Blah 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 blah. We exchanged IGs at some point, and then that's pretty much it. And then we just took the MTR home. And that's it for today. Yeah, pretty average, pretty mediocre hangout. I wouldn't say it's bad. I would just say it's very average. It's very mediocre. Nothing crazy happened. But it's fine because I'll be seeing Miriam again sometime in the future anyways. There's that. Okay, for the more important stuff, let's talk about the applications. The uni apps. So first of all, I'm really tired right now. And my stomach isn't feeling very great either, so I'm not really in the mood, but I can't because I got 4 days left. But I had an idea. I finally fucking had an idea. So this morning I texted Christian's friend and Christian. I DM'd Christian on Instagram about applying to UCLA. Christian's friend responded. So I asked Christian's friend, what the hell should I do for the writing sample? You know, it's a script, a short film, treatment, whatever. And he told me they don't care if it's a great idea or not. What UCLA wants to see is how creative you are. And that was when I clicked. I'm like, because originally I planned to do deterioration of man for my treatment, which is, you know, about a guy who thinks he's ugly and he is cursed by a girl, you know, and he can't see his own reflection or something. It's a cool, neat little idea, but it's a short film idea, and it's not the best idea I got. It's not the one I'm passionate about. I'm extremely passionate about. I like this idea, but it's not particularly something I'm super passionate about. I realize in order to impress UCLA, I need to put down something I'm super fucking passionate about, and I need to make good use of the fact that this is only a treatment. I don't need to actually film the thing, so I can go as crazy as I want. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll drop the bomb. I'm going to do the Chinese history war epic film. I'm going to do a treatment on it. I got the idea. And then so I started doing research. On the way to Causeway Bay, I already got the idea. And I started doing research on Song Dynasty or whatever. This is an idea I'm legitimately passionate about. So, yeah, there's that. And then for the critical essay, I've decided on Yi Yi. That's what I'm decided on. And that's pretty much it. So it's good. It's good that I have progress for both my film treatment and my critical essay. I just need to do it within 4 days' time, and I just need the letter of rec, and then boom, I'm good. So yeah, I'm making progress, you know. So yeah, and it's good. It's important that the film treatment is something I'm passionate at. Not only because if it's passionate and they see the passion, it's great, but also, even more importantly, if I'm passionate about it, I will do it. And it won't feel like a chore when I do it. Which means that in my free time, I will still think about it and develop the idea because I'm legitimately enjoying this. You know, it's a rare occasion. In Hong Kong, it's rare if somebody gives you creative freedom. Even if in a Chinese writing or an English writing, they don't give you much freedom in Hong Kong. But for UCLA, they say you can do whatever you want. Literally. You know, you can do horror, you can do romance, you can do comedy, you can do sci-fi, whatever. It could be the grossest, most R-rated shit ever with a lot of sex and violence. It could be the most family-friendly, tame shit ever, whatever. Do it. So, fine. I'll do what I want. I'll do a 3-hour-long Chinese history war epic. Now, first of all, there are probably a lot of Chinese / Taiwanese / Hong Konger film students who will apply. But how many Chinese film students will propose a war epic? Because I guess it's a Chinese thing where they think, oh, you know, Americans don't understand Chinese history. So if I want to, you know, propose an idea, you know, I'll probably do something that's easier to digest, right? Hopefully, for the Taiwanese and for the average Taiwanese and Hong Konger film student, Chinese history epics are outdated. You know, we do rom-coms now. We do police crime stories, police crime thrillers. Or if you're a Hong Konger, you do political, tragic, slow-paced, artsy dramas. But no, I do a war epic. And I will show how passionate I am towards it. I will fucking show it, okay? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. I think it's a very fucking good idea, honestly. Like, I feel like this is the golden film idea, and you know, it's rare that I'm confident. First of all, I'm confident about this, and yeah, I think UCLA will like it. Yeah, and I'll use the same idea for other, you know, universities if I can, because I think this is golden. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't feel anything about Pepper. I just realized that I just spent 15 minutes not mentioning Pepper at all. Not thinking about her, even. I mean, I feel like Pepper doesn't even think much about me, actually. Pepper's looking at my Instagram stories now. Whatever. But given that Pepper doesn't really like me all that much now, she probably doesn't even think much of me. I haven't spoken to her in about 3.5 days. And, you know, even if I would like to help Pepper write her personal statement and challenge essay now, it's already too fucking late. It's too late, so I can't help her anymore. If she didn't write it good enough, she's screwed, and I'll let her be. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't think Pepper thinks much of me now, and I don't think much of her now either. I'm fine without her. Of course I'm sad on January 5th. But 3 days later, I'm right. I was right. I don't feel that bad now. Like, yeah, sure, you know, from time to time I get reminded of her. You know, when I think about drinking coffee, every time I see coffee, I just think of Pepper. But it's not like, oh, man. Oh, it's just like, oh, yeah, right, that reminds me of her. Good old days. Yeah, and it's a good thing, because if she thinks of me now, but I don't think of her now, I win. I'm the one who's less bothered, so I win. If she doesn't think much of me, and I don't think much of her now, then who cares? You know? Then it just doesn't matter. So yeah, either way, it's whatever. Either way, I'm so prepared to find an even better, more interesting girl. Like I feel like there are hundreds and thousands of ways a girl could be more interesting than Pepper. Let's be honest here. And honestly, Pepper's not even that bad. And Pepper's not even the most basic. But, a girl with the slightest amount of insanity would triumph over Pepper. And I just keep thinking about, because Potter told me, every single girl he's met are uninteresting. But I disagree. Natalie's still interesting. Again, I don't treat Natalie as this cute little crazy psycho girl who's very dark and edgy. I know she used to be that, and I like that she used to be that, but now she's rather normal. But even so, Natalie right now is still interesting. She told me during when we had drinks together, she was like, oh, if the legal system doesn't exist, I would be a serial killer. I'm serious. I like moments like this. And I'm just like laughing like, haha, yeah. And it's not like, haha, yeah, duh. Like, yeah, I believe you. No, I truly do believe her. And it's fine, and it's fine. And it's nice. It's nice sitting and drinking with a potential serial killer. I think there's something endearing about that. And I think Natalie's like a very good example of how a girl can remain interesting. Even after such a long time, she still remains interesting. Like, I had such a great time with Pepper in round 2, not gonna lie. I come back and I see Natalie once. For a few hours. I have a drink with her once. And she's leagues more interesting than Pepper. Leagues! And then again, like, the violence isn't even the most interesting parts. It's a culmination of multiple things. It's Natalie's, oh, I was drunk last night. And to be fair, Pepper and Leslie do that a lot too. But it's also Natalie's, her unpredictability. Yeah, she's busy. She has a job. She found her boyfriend at church. And you never really know what's going on with her. And, again, she's, leading a normal life now. But what I'm trying to say is, Natalie still remains extremely interesting after, not extremely, slightly interesting after years of hanging out with her. And that's very admirable. I feel like to a degree Pink is also quite interesting, but obviously Pink right now is just a normal, regular woman, and I'm really happy for her. And I'm really happy for Pink, for the place she's at right now in her life. She's got a job, she's got a boyfriend, very stable relationship. She's having a happy life, she's living happily, and she's emotionally stable now, and she's ready to, continue living and stuff like that. It's like, damn, that's like really good. Good for her. But even so, I would still say Pink, as of now, is more interesting than Pepper, simply because of the context. Simply because Pepper used to be, very disturbed, and now she's changed anew, and it's the context of all this. Like, again, maybe it's because I don't know Pepper enough, but the thing is, I already know Pepper enough. Pepper told me that she's already revealed enough. Like, come on, man. Just be a little more interesting. Yeah. And I'm scared because LA, I don't know if there are any Hong Kongers in LA who are more interesting than Pepper. So far out of Hong Konger girls, Pepper's the most interesting still in LA. But the clever thought would be, I know 5 Hong Konger girls now in LA, and I've seen 3 of them. And all 5 of them are basic as hell. I only know the other 2 because they're popular, because they have friends. The interesting ones, they probably don't have friends, or have fewer friends, thus harder to find. That's what makes them so damn good, is that they're rarer. They're harder to find. They're rare items, you know? There's gotta be one or two interesting Hong Konger girls in LA. And if I can find one, boy, have I struck gold. Have I struck gold. And there's got to be one or two or three in LA somewhere. Come on. Please tell me. Please. Please, please, please. Pretty, please. Well, actually, I know 6 Hong Konger girls, and all 6 of them are so basic. But there's gotta be interesting people. There's got to be interesting people in LA waiting for me. Not waiting for me. That sounds creepy, but there's got to be. And if there aren't, well, then I'll just not do anything. So yeah, that's it. I forgot to mention that, I can't find the JoJo mangas in Shinhwa Center. It's fine. On Carousel.com, I found second-hand JoJo mangas, Steel Ball Run, all set for 860 Hong Kong dollars. A little expensive, but honestly, for a fair price. Alright, time now is 1:25. Ooh, my hair is fucked. 1:25 a.m. p.m. on January 9th. We only got 3 days left until I hand in the UCLA stuff. So, yeah, I slept from 4:05 to 1:05. I actually woke up around 12:30-ish. But, yeah, I'm glad I got to sleep. I understand why I'm so sleepy yesterday, and I didn't even realize this. And that is, I didn't sleep much for 3 days in a row. Like, on the day I met Natalie, I slept for 4 hours, and then next day I had to watch The Sparring Partner, and I slept for about 6 hours, and then I slept for about 5 hours yesterday. But yeah, I'm fully energized now, so that's fantastic. But yeah, anyways, yesterday I planned to sleep earlier, but last night, right before I went to bed, I was getting so much inspirations. It's stupid. Now, like I said, I have changed my idea for my UCLA film treatment thing. So instead of doing my deterioration of man idea, I'm doing my war epic idea. And because of that, I got so much inspirations and ideas, and within about 5 minutes, I'm not even kidding, I started to brainstorm. Like, okay, here's the main character. He's a royal librarian who's forced to be like a royal advisor or something, and he has to tell, he has to go around and tell military generals do things on behalf of the emperor or something like that, and you know, stuff like that. And I started to come up with new characters. Like, okay, first of all, he needs a personal assistant, right, who's gonna follow him along in the whole movie, and then maybe he dies, or maybe halfway through the movie he goes somewhere else and a new storyline emerges, kind of like Game of Thrones, you know, characters split apart, and then maybe he runs into a new character, and that character sort of disappears for a little bit but shows up at the end of the movie. And I'm like, oh, hold on, maybe that character is going to be a real person, an actual real historical figure. And then, oh, right, the main character needs a wife. And then, oh, maybe the main character's personal assistant comes back and rescues his wife at the end of the movie. And then maybe the main character dies near the end of the movie. And then there's going to be a mini antagonist where, you know, the main character has to shine his shoes. You know, the main character has to please. And this antagonist is evil and lustful, and he's like a huge misogynist or something, and he also dies near the end. Like, I just come up with so many ideas, and I started doing a lot of research on the political structure of Song Dynasty, and it's so fucking complicated. It's insanely complicated. Like, I've learned about the political structure of the Hong Kong government right now, the US right now, and medieval political structure a little bit, but this tops it off. This is the most complicated fucking political structure I've ever seen in my life. This is so complicated, and I could read books upon books on it, and I still wouldn't understand. But that's exactly what makes it so interesting, and I'm getting all these ideas, and I'm just so fired up. I'm ready to write the treatment now. In fact, I already made the outline right before I slept, the outline for the story, and I'm thinking maybe I'm doing too much. So I may have to simplify the story a little bit just for this UCLA treatment. But yeah, oh my god, all over the place. Yeah. And I also have an outline of what I want to do for my Yi critical essay as well, so that's a great idea. So yeah, essentially, there is that. Now, I'm not going to go anywhere today. I'm not going to leave my apartment at all. I'm just going to do the best movies list, edit it, and then that's it. I'm not even going to watch animes or movies or whatever. Just going to focus on the Uni app solely. But I'm also going to speak to the guy. I'm just going to call him the insurance guy. I used to call him the 19-year-old guy. He's probably 20 years old now. And I'm just going to call him the insurance guy because he works for an insurance company now. But I'm going to ask him to meet up with me to talk about my short film, which I want to do here in Hong Kong. I have no idea if I have the time to do that, but I have to. Because I'm leaving Hong Kong for a long time, and this is one last Hail Mary. And also, Chinese people are coming to Hong Kong, and a lot of places will be torn down and destroyed, and Hong Kong will change. Next time I come back to Hong Kong in 2024, I don't know what it's going to look like anymore. So I got to capture the moment with my short film, you know. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, wow, I spent 5 minutes talking about stuff and I didn't mention Pepper at all. And I realized it doesn't really emotionally affect me. 5 days, or actually 4 days. 4 days since I stopped talking to Pepper. Or 4 days since I've confirmed that Pepper hates me, and I don't feel anything for her anymore. I just don't. So yeah, bye-bye, Pepper. I'm so ready to move on from her, okay? You know, after I stopped seeing Mary, after the last time I saw her in real life physically, I still clung on to her for like a whole year. Up until 2021 summer. And I did speak to Mary in 2020, October 24th, her birthday. And that's the last time I've ever spoken to her. Full stop. Like the last period of time. Because that conversation lasted until early November. And then, but I still clung on to her like next year, March. When I found out Mary had a boyfriend, it still sucked. So it still took me like half a year at least to get over Mary. But for Pepper, it only took me like 4 days. It didn't even take weeks. Pepper's nowhere near the feelings I got from Mary. Like Pink said, it's all about the feels. You know? Maybe in the future I'll run into a very basic girl, but if I feel strongly for her, then I guess that's that. You know, it's all about the feels. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I mean, yeah, sure. I know for a fact that I like interesting girls. I like girls who are complicated and deep and they think and they whatever. But at the end of the day, it's all about the feels. If I don't feel anything for her, then there's nothing to be done. There's nothing to be said. So, yeah. And 2023. Okay, I'm going to write down a list of goals I want to do for 2023, right? Driver's license, UCLA transfer, right? Part-time job. And then another goal would be to hunt. Now, the hunt seems like a scary word. To find, to search. I need to find myself a Hong Konger girl who is somewhat beautiful, somewhat pretty, and who is very interesting and deep. And that's really fucking difficult, but if I can find one, it's going to be the diamond in the sea of dirt, you know? And that's going to be one of the goals. So yeah, you know, it's funny. Yesterday I and Miriam and her friend, we went buying drinks, and Miriam bought first, and her ticket is 886, and then it's her friend whose ticket is 887, and then I got my ticket and it's 888. That's luck, boys. That's luck. And I went to Asakusa and I got the big luck. And I don't believe in shit like this, but at least this is telling me to have the motivation to actually, you know, do it. Just do it. So, yeah. Also, Miss Solomon is speaking to me more. Yesterday, Miss Solomon asked me if I've watched the To My 19-Year-Old Self movie yet, and I said no, but I watched The Fablemans. And then I said I'm busy doing the UCLA transfer stuff, and she's like, what, you need to transfer schools? Why? And then I explained the whole system to her. So yeah. Christian also responded to me on the DMs. But yeah, Christian's friend told me that if you really can't find the professors to write you a letter, then just find someone else. It doesn't really matter if they don't know you that well. You have to find someone else. So I guess I'm just gonna need to have my mom's professor friend to write me a letter recommendation, which is something I hate because the professor friend doesn't even know me that well. But yeah, that's the plan. What the fuck? What is this? Alright, time is 9:40 p.m. Yeah, let's wrap it up today. Nothing happened today. I didn't do anything. I actually only filmed the best movies review video. I edited it, and that already took like 3 hours. And then I had dinner, which is humongous. I had like roast chicken, Caesar salad. There's satay, meat skewers, just a lot of stuff. There's baguette, and then there's like shrimp spaghetti and shrimps. And I just, again, it's been a long time since I've had so much food. So I'm just not used to it. So yeah, and then afterwards there's also apple pie and ice cream. I'm so done with today. My coughing has turned bad. I feel like on the day, like 4 days ago, when I confirmed that Pepper hates me, I started coughing again. I think it's partially because of the stress on that day. I just didn't feel very great, and now I'm coughing again. The acne on my face is a lot better now. But then I also got this on the chin for some reason. It's not even an acne. It feels like a bruise. It feels like I'm bruised. This is the type of shit you need to watch out for. This is the highest tier of acne, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm not gonna watch any movies or animes or anything tonight. I haven't even done anything with my uni app. I did a lot of freaking research on like political structure in ancient China. I'm just so engrossed and interested in how it works suddenly. It's kind of funny. And yeah, it's some yeah, but yeah, with my sheer power of will, I will be able to somehow write at least a page of my critical essay, and then I actually started writing. I already wrote the logline on my film treatment. But yeah, with my sheer power of will, I will probably be able to write a page or two on both. And then today, I also texted my mom asking her if it's okay to ask my mom's professor friend to help me write a letter recommendation, which is literally last resort. My Italian professor is not responding to me, and asking the film history professor is kind of a lost cause right now. So, really, that's all I can do, you know. This is literally last resort, but it's fine. Even if the letter recommendation aren't super crazy or wild or anything, I feel like with my film treatment idea, I'm really confident about my film treatment idea, and I think my personal statement is kind of fucking wild. It's kind of wild. My challenge essay is wild. My personal statement is fine, but my challenge essay is fucking epic. I think they're already really great, and I've tried my best. I can tell I've tried my very fucking best with the UCLA applications. If I don't get in, fine, whatever, but I really tried my best. So, yeah, you know, that's it. And then that's it for today. I think there's also some stupid college homework. God, I really don't want to take this communication studies class. It's so silly. It's so goofy. But yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Yeah, I haven't thought much about Pepper. Just, I don't see her anymore, and I don't talk to her anymore, and that's it. That's fucking it. And yeah, I know it's gonna be tough to find another Hong Konger who is more interesting than Pepper. I feel like the fact that I found someone like Pepper is already quite amazing. But I guess I'll just have to believe, you know? I guess I'll just have to believe. And then that's pretty much it today. I spoke with Adam a little bit. Adam went to Karuizawa today. And he's gonna stay a little while, and he's gonna go skiing or snowboarding tomorrow. And he asked me which one's better, and I said I only tried snowboarding. So apparently he went to every region in Japan already, like Kanto, Kansai, Chubu, like central, Chukoku, which is middle country, Okinawa, Hokkaido. And the only place he hasn't been to is Shikoku, right? Because it's like the least popular place. And so he just decided to go. He went alone. He went to Osaka and Kyoto alone by himself, and then he went to Shikoku by himself. And that's impressive. So I want to do that shit. Japan solo travel? Yeah. Mexico solo travel? Okay, no. I won't go to Mexico alone. That's like the most dangerous country on earth right now. Of course China's dangerous too. But you know, of course I'm not gonna go to China. Probably at least for a long time. But yeah, what else? Nothing else. I haven't spoken to the insurance guy yet. Gotta do that right now. And then that's pretty much it. Alright, it's 1:41. I'm just gonna film myself a little bit. Just talk about my thoughts in the current situation. So I was a little fucking scared because at around 11 p.m., which is about 3 hours ago, I still hadn't done a fucking thing about my uni application. Every time I think about doing my film treatment, right? My film treatment for my UCLA application, every time I think about the film treatment, I just get distracted by, cool Song Dynasty, cool Song Dynasty political structure. I actually, you know what? Can I show you? I'm gonna actually show you how insane I am, But I spent so much time just going through Wikipedia pages and other websites trying to figure out the political structure of Song Dynasty. And I made this. And it's not complete yet. It's not fucking complete. But yeah, I wrote all this. And then after doing all this, I'm tired already. And I'm like, why the hell did I just do all this? This is not gonna help me write my film treatment. It's related, but it's not gonna help. And I feel so stupid now. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Screw it. So I grabbed a piece of blank A4 paper, and I just very swiftly made a little character flowchart for my treatment. And then I typed the outline of the treatment. And then after typing it for a little bit, I'm just tired as fuck. I'm like, come on, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I realized this is an extra step that's unnecessary. So I just went to my Word file or the Google Doc. First the Word file, and then I realized I should do it on the Google Doc instead. So I went to the Google Doc and continued typing up film treatment, and right now I'm about halfway through it, or 1/3. So that's progress. And then I look at the clock, and it's 1:40, or 1:30 actually. I'm also exporting my college update video for my second channel. Yeah, fuck. I'm happy that I've made progress though, but sheesh. So I DM'd the insurance guy, no response yet. It's like 1 a.m. of course. I DM'd John L for his notes on Yi Yi. He immediately responded saying, sure. What's your email? So yeah, I am going to write a little bit of my critical essay for Yi Yi, and then I'm probably going to, I'll definitely have to do this. I'll write the points, so again, this morning I asked my mom to ask her professor friend to write me a letter of recommendation, which is fucking ridiculous. And that professor responded with 3 voice messages on WhatsApp. My mom forwarded them to me. So apparently, he wants me to draft the letter of recommendation for him, which he is writing for me. So I'm literally writing myself a letter of recommendation now, which is insane. It's just a draft, and I'm just gonna add some talking points. But yeah, and I need to do it ASAP because I only got 2 days left until I submit my application, so I need to be very quick. And the good thing is, the professor's friend, my mom's professor friend, is very experienced in terms of sending letter of recommendations to UCLA Film Department. So he knows what he's doing. So at least there's that. But yeah, essentially, that's that. And then I'm just gonna go to bed. The thing is, even though I'm tired, because I'm writing about movies, I'm less uninterested about doing this. So it doesn't feel like a chore. I'm genuinely having fun writing the film treatment and designing the story for my film treatment. It's a lot of fun. Maybe I'm having too much fun because it's definitely going to be, more than the page limit. It's definitely going to exceed the page limit. Another thing is it's a relief that I finished List Week 2022. My best movies list is out, and I'm just gonna take a break until January 12th. A break, I'm actually doing my UCLA shit. But it's a relief because it's one less thing to care about, and I also don't need to watch movies or TV shows or anything. I don't need to go outside. The only thing I need to focus on right now is the UCLA stuff and the short film if I have time, but it's whatever. So this is amazing. This is fucking amazing, actually, because by the end of round 2, I was panicking because 10 things are happening to me. Of course, I got the YouTube videos, I got the movies and the TV shows I need to watch, and then I got Film 33, I got the application shit, I got the final exam stuff, I still want to hang out with Pepper and JT and Potter, and then I got Zara to tend to, and that's 7 things, and I need to pack 8 things. And what else was happening? I mean, 8 things is already insane. So yeah, it's just kind of silly. But now I got 1 thing or 2. That's it. So I feel a lot better now. Yeah, I wonder how Pepper's doing right now. She's probably done with all her essays and shit. I'm worried for her letters of recommendation though. I'm a little worried, just a tiny bit. But maybe she's got that covered. Maybe. And I know she isn't the type of person who's like, well, I don't have 2 letter of recommendation, I guess I'm gonna give up. Or maybe she will give up. You know what? She is the type of person who would give up. She is. She's like, well, whatever, I guess it's destiny. I guess I'm not applying. I don't know. Either way, I don't really care. It's her decision. So whatever she wants to do, I'll respect her for that. But yeah, she's completely on her own now. Or maybe she's found someone else. Maybe she's found a friend of hers who also speaks really good English and knows her really well and also knows movies and is able to help her with all this. Then good for her, Don't come at me. Yeah, that's it. I realized that all the people I've hung out with when I came back to Hong Kong are women, are girls. Aside from Miriam's friend, but literally, Pink, Natalie, Miriam, and then later Leia and Zara, they're all girls. I'm just so fucking powerful. I don't know. But, that's that. Yeah.